Well, a very good afternoon and the warmest of welcomes I extend to all, and welcome along here on behalf of the good team at EVES to our auction room, and of course to our owners. May I extend that hand of gratitude for entrusting the exceptional team here at EVES with the marketing of your very fine offerings. It's certainly been our great privilege. A quartet of offerings on our auction catalogue for you good folks this afternoon for your consideration, but more importantly your competition. Leading our auction team today, we're joined by our sales manager Nikki Bolcott, this fine lady over here Robin Anderson, and of course Natasha Allen. Well, these fine ladies, they're assisting me on the technology. They will be displaying feats of both numerical and technological dexterity as they're in charge of those all-important bidding sequences we will see on screen beside me here. The astute among you will know by now that Louis MacDonald is my name, and it's an absolute pleasure to be conducting proceedings, but more simply here, in the capacity to guide you good folk on your journey to ownership. Now, bidders and buyers throughout the course of the campaign, our lead agents for the properties in question, well, they have walked with you hand in hand every step of the way, conducting your viewings and answering your inquiries, and they will have furnished you with documentation which will aid in your purchasing decision here this afternoon. Among that documentation, they will have supplied you with a copy of the Real Estate Authority's approved guide to sale and purchase agreements. They will also have supplied you with a copy of the auction terms and particulars from which we work. And to those terms and particulars I shall take you now, good folk, as we run through the conduct of auction. And it's no surprise to you that our owners, will they offer up the property subject to those confidential written reserve prices. Subject to those reserve prices being reached, as auctioneer are permitted to sell the property to the highest bidder among you. Our owners, they have granted me that exclusive right as auctioneer to place bids on their behalf. That is what we refer to as the vendor bid. Any vendor bids that I do place, well, they will be clearly identified to you as such. Ironically, I shall use the term vendor bid. Any vendor bids that I do place, well, they will only ever occur well below that reserve price when the property is clearly not for sale. Now, bidders and buyers around the room, you may see a number of agents bidding by telephone. I employ you to bid and counter bid with the utmost of confidence, knowing that all those relevant authorities have been completed for them to do so. Now, bidders and buyers, as auctioneer, I may execute my right to refuse bid. If I do not deem it to be in the best interest of our owners, if a dispute during the bidding happens to arise, I shall simply arbitrate that dispute. But you look like very well-heeled folks to me, so certainly probably no need for such. Alas, I shall be a numerical conductor throughout the sweet symphony of the bidding. Follow my lead along to that grand finale of the call, which will be signified by the because of beat of my gavel coming down the rostrum like so. If you so happen to find yourself in that very fortunate position of holding that highest bid, well then congratulations, you are deemed to be our purchaser. Your obligations are therefore twofold. Sign your name on the memorandum of contract and pay a deposit of a neat and easy 10% of the purchase price. Bidders and buyers, good folks, those are your obligations. At this juncture, it would be ample if you do have any questions pertaining to the conduct of auction. Jolly good, I shall take from your silence that you're as comfortable with those terms as I am, as we look toward our very first offering of today's proceedings, brought to the rostrum by Mr. Richard Lyon, dabbling in that wonderful lifestyle residence there. He brings for your consideration 1274 State Highway 1 of Oakley, more formally described as that estate in a freehold enveloping some 1.1330 hectares more or less, as we say, in lot 2 deposit land 197808, together with fee simple 1/6 share in 765 square meters more or less, as we say, in lot 2 deposit land 113679, fully contained and described on that record of title volume NA 126A folio 471 of the North Auckland Land Registry. Vacant possession, it is on offer to you on that settlement date described as 15 working days after the date of this agreement, unless working with a variation that's been settled prior to auction. Good folks, let us look toward our offering here at 1274 State Highway 1. For your consideration, an opportunity that promises a serene lifestyle, embraced by nature's charm, on offer not just a home, good folks, but a gateway to your life, where the mornings begin with those soothing whispers of the river and days end with the pastoral ballet of grazing sheep on a lush 1.1 hectares of wonderful land. Proffering boundless potential to infuse your personal style whilst adding value, whether it be by enhancing the interiors, expanding those living spaces, your very own personal vision can come to life when this serene locale, creating a bespoke retreat that resonates your very own unique touch, affording you leisurely fishing with your Oakley wharf nearby, or tending to your own garden oasis, whilst it convenience access to our Whangarei city, the One Tree Point and Waipu, well, that crafts a perfect blend of peaceful rural living with urban conveniences. Embrace the opportunity to escape to the country, sow the seeds of rejuvenation and reap the harvest of your dreams. Bidders and buyers, I'm simply in your hands as I look to you now for that opening bid, that fair place.
500.
And welcome into you there. Call on the telephone at the back of the room, right hand side of the room, your left at $500,000. And at this juncture, I'll chase down a mere 10,000 to put you at 510 the bid to be. With call at $500,000 on the telephone. And I give you about a moment to reflect on the immense value here at 1274 State Highway 1, as I look for a mere 10,000 to move us forward from here. First call at $500,000. Second call, and I look to you now to jump in at 510, sir, and nicely done and on the nod and gamely done, and you lead the way. Front of the room and in front of the bidding there at $510,000 and 520 the retort at 520,000 confirmed now on the telephone, and I think it's your serve. It's just like tennis, come back to 530. But at 520 over here, predominantly against you now. Come back to me at 530 to put you back in front. At 5,000, shortly my stride and cut me down the middle, but you're good sports indeed, and I invite you back in there at 5.25 bid now at 525,000. What's sauce for the goose is good for the ganders, so you can certainly come back in at 530,000 and 530,000. Oh, look what you started, I do hope you finish it. But at 530,000 on the telephone, the right hand side of the room with Carl, he leads the way, and 35 the retort. At 530,000, first call. Second call. And there we are, just in the nick of time, close in the cutthroat shave suit. But you're back in front at 35. At 5 and 45 and 40. Take that confidence from the competition, always buy what somebody else wants, that's called demand. But at $540,000 and 45 the response. Moves north from here. At $540,000. At 540, and I look for 45 to move us forward from here. I haven't forgot about the rest of you folks here, but at 540, first call. Second call. Third and final. Well, folks, I'm not in a position to sell the property just yet at $540,000, but what we'll do is we'll pause the auction. We'll have a conversation with our lead party and see if we can't get the crossing line, and I'll come back to you in about a moment. Thank you for your patience, folks. I take you back to lot 1. I can reveal we left the room there at 540,000, but Carl's lead bid and they lead the way at $545,000. If I get you to confirm that bid.
Just confirm it's 545.
At 545,000, and with that, good folks, a change of instructions. I make it abundantly clear to you that we've reached the valley of no second chances. We're on the market and we sell away here for the want of a better offer, and I need to know if we're in, and I need to know relatively quickly, because I call away on the favour over here and I put John Warren on that first call here at $545,000. On that second call, I need to know if we're in. Are we back in even for a mere one at 546? Madam. So at 545,000, second call on that third, and final goes that pastoral ballet of those sheep grazing, for it is going, and it is God and soul to you. Congratulations, Carl, to your bidder there. I wish many happy memories to our owners. Thank you for entrusting Richard Lyon and the good team at EVES with the marketing of your very fine offering. And to our underbidders, we certainly appreciate your bidding. The good team here at EVES are more than happy to assist you on your journey to ownership. Thank you for attending. Good folks, I take you to lot 2 of today's proceedings, brought to our certainly Gamo, Ruatong and all that wonderful area of Whangarei, our expert that is Jayden King. He brings for your consideration 23 of Glen Bruce Place of Gamo, which is more formally described as that estate in the freehold, developing some 4,289 square metres of pure Gamo freehold terra firma. That is lot 10, deposit plan 321738. Fully contained and described for you on that record of title 87014. Vacant possession, it is on offer to you on that settlement date described as 20 working days after the date of this agreement or by mutual agreement. So some flexibility there for you good folks. But let us look toward our wonderful offering here at 23 Glen Bruce Place. For your consideration good folks, an opportunity to savour our residence where every detail is designed for living in style and sophistication, which is so harmoniously complemented by the backdrop of native bush and that symphony of birdsong. Such an offering, well, that captures the essence of modern living with its 4 well-appointed bedrooms and the duality of those elegant bathrooms. The master suite, well, it is a haven of tranquility, including that walk-in wardrobe and that ensuite, epitomising luxury most certainly, affording the master of the residence that sense of individuality, that sense of privacy away from that cacophony of family life, with its expansive open plan living and dining areas complemented by that sleek and modern kitchen, enhanced by that abundance of glazing that allows natural light to effortlessly spill throughout the home, whilst that semblance, that symbiosis of that all-desired indoor-outdoor flow, that certainly completes the appeal with that flawless connection to the sun-drenched deck that frames those pulchritudinous vistas of Northland's lush fairways and the surrounding hills and valleys. The offering, well, it simply transcends mere land and lumber to a sanctum of opulence and grandeur. But is and buyers, I'm in your hands. Where do we see value here? Where do we say go? Gee whiz, I thought I did a good job of that. Shall I start again? For your consideration, folks, a wonderful offering. Look to your opening bid, opening offer. Lot 2 is a public auction, not a silent auction. Give you 3 chances and 3 chances alone for your opening bid to your registration of cash interest. First call, second call, or dare you into that deep dark abyss known as the conditional market. On that third and final chance, fair warning. Well, gee whiz, Jayden, it seems that they'd rather speak to you than me, but I cannot blame them for a moment because I know you're in very capable hands there with Jayden King leading the charge. But I can reveal, and it's a pleasure, that representing sensational value here for such a wonderful offering in Gamo West. The property is now priced at $1,079,000. Look, 1079000, representing sensational value, and at such a price, I'm sure we'll see a sold sign there very, very soon. Good folks, thank you for your patience. I take you to lot 3 of today's proceedings, brought to the market by our very own residential expert, that is Kenny Witt. He brings 41C of Parkland Crescent of Gamo, more formally described as that estate in cross-leased freehold. Firstly, an estate in a fee simple as to an undivided 1/3 share in all that parcel of land containing 923 square metres more or less, as we say, being lot 84 and deposit plan 56364, severally lot 190 deposit plan 67877, and an estate in leasehold under lease number A453084 being flat 3 on deposit plan 62454. Both and first second estates being comprised and described fully on that record of title volume NA31A folio 1128 of the North Auckland Land Registry. Vacant possession, well, it's on offer to you on that settlement date described as 15 working days, so some short 3 weeks. The keys could most certainly be yours. But let us look toward our wonderful residence here in Parkland Crescent. The offering, not just a great location, but situated within a heart of convenience and community, spread over those duality of levels where each step that's a transition into another chapter of home life, from the joyous laughter in such open plan living spaces to the tranquil repose of the private quarters adorned with that timeless elegance of polished wooden floors. With Camo Township within close proximity, you will most certainly enjoy those benefits such as conveniences along with the play park. Well, that will appease those tyrannical toddlers. Consider the allure of to the astute investor among you, property poised most certainly for those healthy rental returns in a market thirsty for quality homes. And for the first home buyer, will an offer not just a house but a canvas awaiting your personal touch. A solid investment in a sought after suburb where the potential for growth nourishes the flourishing and wonderful community of Takeout. Bidders and buyers, a wonderful offering for your consideration as I simply welcome your participation.
Calling for an 400?
At 400,000 and welcome into you, and we're underway as I chase down a mere half 100,000 and 450,000 and bid to bid. But at 400,000 and Colin, you lead the way. At 400,000, I look for a mere 50 to move us forward from here to put you at $450,000. Put you in front. First call then at $400,000. Second call.
So he's first and second call at that.
Third and final opportunity with Colin's telephone. Everybody waiting.
No bids against.
Everybody watching. It's not Weight Watchers, it's an auction. So you delay, I'll play on behalf of our owners there with the vendor bid at $450,000. And certainly no surprises that our owners would like to remain our owners there at $450,000. And I invite you back in with say $500,000 would be the return. But at $450,000 with me on a vendor bid on behalf of our owners, and $500,000 would be the response from here.
Can we give me another 50, Scott?
Just taking some instructions on the telephone, so I'll give you that time. I'll give you that chance as I look for your advance.
455?
At 400, a little 5. I was looking for a 50 to get the zeros there. Certainly appreciate the bid, but I need something stronger.
50. Can we give him 50?
Meet you in the middle, and I'll go to 475 if you like.
He'll meet you at 475 if you want to meet him at that. Bid stands at 455.
A 10, and not a sausage less. 460. I invite you back.
He'll take 460.
If I see no further bidding, I'll pause and have a conversation with you.
So given we've got no further bids, if
Can't sell it to you at 460 to be clear.
just taking instructions,
Don't want to undersell this future asset. Like a standoff, isn't it?
460 on the phone.
Appreciate it there at 460,000, and I offer that same retort for me at 10,000 to move us forward from here to 470,000 the bid to beat. So 460,000 bid now in the back of the room on the right hand side. First call then at 460,000. Second call, if I see no further bidding, I'll pause. We'll have a conversation with our lead party here. And as you've seen from lot one, those that started off can finish it on that third and final opportunity. Fair warning.
Just to see if we
Jolly good. Auction is live and paused. We'll have a conversation with your good party there, Carl, and see if we can get them across the line. I'll be back with you an update in but a moment. Jolly good, folks. Thanks for your patience. These conversations can take a little bit of time, so we certainly appreciate your patience indeed. Look, our bid is at Lansing stands with our lead party, Carl. If you confirm that for me there at 465,000.
465.
Jolly good, thank you for that, appreciate it. Our owners have said, Louis, there's a little bit more work to do, so I look for 500,000 to advances from you. But with the bid there is back of the room with Carl's good folks there at 465,000, and I look for 500 to advances from here. First call, second call, third and final opportunity. Any bid or offer now? Well, Kenny, it seems like the continued interest you have, and they'd rather speak to you than me, but that's absolutely okay, because I'm sure we'll see a sold sign here at 41C Parkland Crescent very, very soon. Furthermore, I take you to lot 4, our last lot of today's proceedings, being 10 Mataro Road of Mataro, brought to the rostrum by Richard Lyman. Welcome back into you, Richard. You bring that estate in freehold and valued at some 9,606 square metres, more or less, as we say, being lot 6, deposit plan 153290, together with lot 2, deposit plan 190139, fully contained and described on that record of title, volume NA1 to OB 4182 of the North Auckland Land Registry. Vacant possession, it is on offer to you on that settlement date described as 15 working days after the date of this agreement. But let's look toward our offering here at 10 Mataro Road. Well, the offering, it is a beacon of lifestyle living and the embodiment of a family haven. You can most certainly envision the good life with a sprawling modern home nestled within the coveted school zone there, a testament to the educational aspirations of our young scholars. Here, 4 well-appointed bedrooms while they whisper tales of those restful nights and the vibrant mornings. Whilst family gatherings are made homely with such spacious living areas, step outside where those manicured lawns unfold like a green tapestry before you, setting the stage for those memorable outdoor entertainment memories. An in-ground swimming pool as well beckons for those summertime joy, framed by sheds, adding for that further practicality to the appeal as well. A wonderful countryside offering for your consideration, good folks, where every sunset and sunrise is simply a canvas for that pastoral bliss. Bidders and buyers, a wonderful home for your consideration. I look to you now. Opening bid, opening offer. Opening bids, opening offers here for 10 at Mataro Road. Last lot of the day being lot 4, there's no lot 5. This is it, what do we say go? First call. Second call. Third and final and fair warning. A little shy today, but that's okay. But I will let you know I do take that rejection very personally indeed. But we'll pass 10 Mataro Road back into Richard's very capable hands as he works with that continued interest. Looking forward to seeing the result there at 10 Mataro Road. That concludes our auction today at EVES. Thank you very much for your attendance. Rest assured here that the good team at EVES are more than happy to assist you good folks on your journey to ownership. Good afternoon.